This is problem number 11 for section 3.3. It says find the derivative of the function. They give you r equals 8 e to the w divided by 7w. We're going to need to use the quotient rule for this problem, but we're also going to need to look at our derivative of our exponential with base e. So let's start by writing out that this is the u function, this is the v function. So we're going to say dr over dw, right? Derivative of the r function with respect to w. W is an independent variable. Let's write out the u being the top function, v being the bottom function. We'll find those derivatives. So u is 8 e to the w, v is 7w. The derivative of 8e to the w, well, this is, anytime I take the derivative of e to the x, or e to the w, I'm going to get e to the w. So this is just 8 e to the w. Derivative of 7w, well, I bring the power to the front, so that's just 1 times 7. And I subtract 1 from the power, and I end up with just 7 here. I don't have anything else. That'd be 7 times 1, essentially, which is just 7. So I can use the quotient rule now. U prime is 8e to the w. 8e to the w. And then I've got v, which is 7w. And I have minus v prime, which is 7. And then I have u, which is 8e to the w. And that's all over v squared, which v is 7w, so I end up with 7w squared. Let's go ahead and combine like terms here. I end up with 50, and I like to write the w out front, so it's 56 w e to the w minus 56 e to the w. And then I have that over, this will be 7w squared. I can actually square that, that's fine. That's 49w squared. And there's not really anything else I can do with this. I could factor out 56 e to the w, but that's not really going to do us any good because we're not going to, I guess we could simplify. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's factor out I'm not going to factor out the e to the w, I'm just going to factor out the 56. So if we factor out 56 out of the top, because there is a little simplifying we can do, we end up with w e to the w minus e to the w all over 49w squared. Let's go ahead and divide each of these by 7, and we end up with 8w e to the w minus e to the w all over 7w squared. So now at this point we could distribute this back out. Don't really need to. This is the derivative of r with respect to w.